situation here.
Hey everyone, I'm the Canadian lad, and hopefully by now you have all watched the latest episode of WandaVision. In today's video, I'm gonna present to you an amazing detail from WandaVision's episode 8, and also talk about what's gonna happen in the final episode this Friday. So without any further ado, let's begin. First things first, full credit goes to Mr. Cowell from Facebook, who originally came up with a theory that led to me finding this detail. Okay, so when Wanda was at the sword space saying a final goodbye to Vision's body, she channeled some sort of energy. Now here lies my detail. What Wanda has essentially done here is suck all of Vision's consciousness inside her. I said consciousness. So to understand this detail, we gotta go all the way back to Infinity War. Remember how Shuri almost managed to disconnect the Mind Stone from Vision during the Battle of Wakanda? Shuri said she needed a lot of time to separate Vision and the Mind Stone.
But there are more than 2 trillion neurons here. One misalignment could cause a cascade of circuit failures. It'll take time, brother.
How long?
As long as you can give me.
Despite saying that, she still waited till the very last second to stop this process when Curvus Glaive attacked her. Now, if you watch this scene again, she rushes to complete something, which appears to be the last step. If she wasn't close to completing the process, why did she wait to the very last possible second before escaping? If the process was only halfway through, it would have been better to just run. But the fact that she waited till the last second tells us that she was really close. So perhaps all that was left now was to remove the stone from Vision's forehead delicately through some sort of a machinery meant for it, so that you can do it safely, not just pull it out like Thanos did. Now coming back to episode 8, when Wanda goes to visit the Sword headquarters, she seems to channel energy through Vision, almost as if she's trying to check if he's still there. Now what she's really doing here is collecting Vision's consciousness. This is backed up by the idea that when Wanda creates the Hex, the Vision she creates had memories and awareness. Now we might say no, this Vision didn't have any memory pre-Westview, which is kinda true but kinda not. Let me explain. Notice how it's Vision who welcomes Wanda in the Hex and not the other way around.
Wanda, welcome home.
This Vision knows who Wanda is. He knows he loves her. So it's safe to say when Wanda created this Vision, she only restored the happy memories that Vision had with her. So basically, the only memories he has are the ones Wanda wants him to have. That's why this Vision had no memory of the Avengers, but clearly knows Wanda. So what I'm trying to say is, Wanda collected Vision's consciousness from here. And when she hit rock bottom, she might have unknowingly unleashed that consciousness into this body. So technically, she didn't create Vision out of nothing. There is a basic source there. And that's why this Vision cannot live outside the Hex. Now the Vision that Sword created, aka White Vision or Spectral Vision, can clearly exist outside the Hex, albeit this one doesn't have any consciousness or memories of the original Vision, because that has already been taken away by Wanda. In the comics, White Vision has no memories or emotions of the original Vision, and if this theory really turns out to be true, it would explain why White Vision has no memories or emotions in the MCU. Now coming to some plot leaks from the upcoming episode, which was posted on 4chan and Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt. It starts off on the night of the Brady Bunch episode where Wanda already has her kids. Wanda and Vision have a short conversation about being parents, and then it cuts to them a while later being asleep in bed. Shows Wanda having a nightmare as we get flashes of Aaron Taylor Johnson, as well as the young version played by the actor we saw playing Pietro in episode 8. Cuts to outside in Agatha's yard, where Evan Peters is being formed in the same way Vision was with the yellow and orange strands. Agatha sees this from her window and goes out to approach him. Peter quickly freaks out and starts speeding around everywhere. Eventually he comes back to Agatha Harkness asking her WTF is going on. She seems to kinda put 2 and 2 together here and quickly hexes him, bringing him inside. Cuts back to Wanda and Vision where Vision wakes her up, asking if everything is alright. She says it was nothing and she goes back to sleep, while Vision looks at her in a concerning way. Now the fact that this episode is only gonna be 50 minutes, so I'm not sure if Marvel will do any more flashbacks which would stop the story from moving forward. There are way too many loose ends to tie up at this moment with a very limited time frame, so I don't think this leak holds any ground in that sense. However, a couple of 4chan leaks did come true for the previous episodes, so take all of this with a grain of salt. Then comes Charles Murphy, who doubled down on his claim that Dr. Stephen Strange will appear in the final episode, but I just hope his appearance doesn't overshadow any of the characters we have seen so far. What I'm saying is, he should be a helping hand, and not the definitive solution, but I would love it if Marvel makes Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch kinda like siblings, because in the early drafts of Doctor Strange Strange 1, they did include his sister who died by drowning, which eventually inspired him to become a doctor. So if they do this with Wanda instead of his actual sister, it would be an emotionally rich story. I mean, at this point, we're pretty much sure he will appear in the final episode, but what's more important is to what extent he'll be there. Will it be only in the post-credit scene or in the final fight itself? We'll find out this Friday. Now, upon announcing the latest batch of WandaVision Funko Pops, Walmart included an image of the new figure that shows a red glow at the forehead of this new white Vision. But Funko's official post announcement didn't have the red lines that were included in Walmart's version, and based on this image, the presence of red lines could allude to the fact that this Vision is powered by Wanda's chaos magic, which is obviously true because we know Hayward used this missile cloaked in Wanda's energy. That's what they harnessed to revive him, and including it on the Funko Pop as an added feature is a fitting reminder of this major plot point from the show. But this red lines could also mean that because White Vision is powered by Wanda's chaos magic, so she should be able to control him just as she did with the Vision inside the Hex, which would only bring more trouble for Director Hayward. So the bottom line is this: perhaps the final battle will end with Wanda realizing she does possess chaos magic and is able to control White Vision, and she might just use that power to fuse both of these visions into one, therefore bringing the original Vision back to normalcy, which would mean a very happy ending for Wanda. But there's also another theory that Vision will fight against Spectral Vision and sacrifice himself once again. Now, according to Tiana Paris, who plays Monica, the ending of the show is apparently a very emotional ending. So in that case, a happy ending is almost off the table. So Vision dying for the third time in front of Wanda might just come true in the final episode.
It shouldn't be you, but it is. It's all right. You could never hurt me.
So as you can see, there are tons and tons of theories revolving around the internet. Let me know which of these theories you'd like to see most and if you have a theory of your own as well. My bet is Nightmare will be revealed as the main villain working behind the curtains. If not in the episode, then at least in the post-credit scene, which will directly tie its story to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Just know this, we will not get a definitive ending. This is literally the beginning of Phase 4. It would be foolish of us to not expect a huge cliffhanger at the end of the final episode. We gotta take into account what Kevin Feige said. This show will literally set up Doctor Strange 2, and Elizabeth Olsen has already filmed her parts for that film, so we've got to keep that in mind while setting up our expectations for the final episode. Now lads, we're getting close to that 1 million milestone, and I'm planning to do a giveaway of a PlayStation, Xbox, or maybe my own merch, whatever you want. So let me know if you'd be interested in a giveaway in the comments below. But hey, please discuss the detail I found as well. I just want to know what you lads think about it. Anyway, now if you could grab the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram to get updates about my videos. Till then, I'll see you lads in the next one.
But what is grief? If not love? Persevering.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.